What's up, YouTube? In this video I'd like to cover my everyday carry OMP, which is on my person. So I do have an everyday carry EDC bag, which is a backpack that I do carry with me. I had pretty much given up using the laptop bags and for the more user-friendly backpack style, which I will do a separate video on that. But my approach is to have everything component style, stealing some of the best practices from Urban Prepper and a couple of the other guys whose videos I've been watching. But for this, I just wanted to focus on the stuff that is on by person on a regular basis. The only thing that varies from this that I don't have here is maybe sunglasses, which I do wear on a pretty regular basis down here in the South. But let's get started. So, keys. I carry my keys. Basically nothing outrageous here except two different things. One is I have this little micro LED light here, which this bad boy is bright and it is nice. It runs off of just little micro batteries. Very light. Got it on Amazon for about $8. This thing is... I've taken it inside a dark closet. This thing lights up the whole thing. So, got to have a source of light. And then I also have a fob here, a little pill fob, and yes, I do keep some pills in it. Basically, I have three different things. First and foremost, inside here, which is the little vial that comes inside the fob, is I have 4 water purification tablets. And then inside the rest of the fob, which I have packed down there with cotton, I have a couple Advil and an Imodium for anti-diarrheal. So these are things that I carry on my person, which is basically on my keychain, so I'm never too far away from at least having some very, very basic meds. Next, I have a watch. This isn't any kind of a tactical watch or anything. It's a basic watch. I don't wear a watch all the time, typically. I do like some of those tactical watches I've seen that have the compass and everything like that. But basically, just a functional watch with a date, time, etc. Then in my right front pocket, I carry this little pouch here. And I carry 2 different things, actually 3 different things. One is a mini Bic lighter, and the other is a Leatherman Micra, and then the third that I have attached to the Micra. And the Micra is really nice if you haven't used these. Very, very smart design. They got spring wound scissors, it's got a little blade, screwdrivers, etc. Tweezers. I've used the pretty good tweezers actually for the Leatherman. I think they're about $18-20. The price hasn't changed for forever, but these things are just compact. They're very highly utilitarian. And on that, on the actual fob that I have attached to that is an eyeglass screwdriver, which has both the Phillips and the flat blade micro screwdriver. And I just kind of keep that attached to the Leatherman. The one thing that I don't have in here that I also keep in here in this little pouch is a micro USB drive and a USB reader with a SD chip, micro SD chip. So that's in my right front pocket. I also keep this, which is a Fisher Space Pen. Thank you for all the... a lot of people recommended these. I'm notorious for putting pens in my front pocket and just trashing my pants. This thing is great because it's like 3.5 inches long with the top, and then when you put it together, it becomes a full-size pen. And this thing will write in any sort of adverse condition. It was actually designed and approved by NASA. The astronauts still use it to this day. Not that I'm going to go out in space, but any kind of adverse condition, high temperature, water, weather, heat, any of that kind of thing. But I just mainly my purpose for this is the portability of it. Then in my left front pocket, I keep a handkerchief. I usually wear dress clothes, so a standard bandana typically will not. Also, one thing, the difference between bandanas and handkerchiefs, I remember when I used to do more medical, I was involved in a medical in the field, they mentioned that, you know, dark handkerchiefs are not necessarily good because you can't see if you're using it for a medical emergency. You can't really see how much blood is soaked in it because of the discoloration, whereas like a handkerchief, a white color or something like that, you can, and you can kind of get a gauge on what, how much trauma has happened. What I keep clipped to that is this little mini Gerber. It's the, I'm trying to remember the name of it. I can't remember the little name of it, but it's like the skeleton one. Inexpensive, sharp as hell, and just a very nice, I just needed a small, I wanted something bigger than the Leatherman. I didn't need a full size. You can see how small it is in my hand. Very sharp. And Gerber, it got great reviews. I've used it several times so far, and I'm very pleased with it. Very lightweight as well. You barely feel it in your pocket. Then in my left rear pocket, I have my wallet with credit cards, etc., things like that. I keep a lot of my passwords and that sort of thing in here, and my cash, etc. So basic wallet. And then in my right rear pocket, I have a kind of like a half wallet that I use. It's actually a card holder, and I keep it strapped closed with a couple of hair ties. Instead of rubber bands, hair ties are very much more effective and easier to use. So inside of this is where I keep, I call this my flat pack. I also use flat packs in my other kits. But this is something just to keep on my person. It's pretty low profile in my back pocket. I don't even know that I have it, but there's a lot of useful things in here. So let's go through them. First and foremost, right in the binder here, I keep a little straw, and I have a couple of 4-inch zip ties in there, and it's a nice little storage area for those. And in the little window section here, I've got a few different things where I don't need an ID. This is an 11 function multi-tool, flat one, smaller than a lot of them out there that are full credit card size. This is just a little Chinese import. A sharp blade, little wrenches, little saw, just really cool, very slim profile. I like it. I've had them in the larger size. I like this because it is like half a credit card size. And it comes in this little case as well, because that is a sharp blade. So these, I've just ordered a few more of these. I'm adding these to all my flat packs. Next, I've got a couple large safety pins. About 3 feet of 1-inch Gorilla Tape. And here's that other hair tie. And then I've got the inside here, I've got it's like a wallet insert that I use for a lot of the flat stuff. But I also have a couple other things in here. I have a signal mirror, which is basically a third of a signal mirror, an acrylic one that's been cut down. I scored it and snapped it off. Always good to have. Or a hygiene mirror, Do I have anything in my teeth, You want to go to that job interview with broccoli in your teeth. And up front here, I've got a couple of twist ties. 3 small pieces of sandpaper, coarse, medium, and fine. A toothpick. Again, you can use that with your mirror to get that broccoli out of there. And then clipped on here, I've got a large paper clip here and a mini binder clip here. And anybody who's seen my other videos know how big I am on those binder clips. So this is the actual wallet device itself. let's go through the flat pack. Me Zilch, I've a YouTube user. I've seen several of his videos. He had the idea of printing out a paper ruler, which is great. So I've printed one out here. That's basically what I got in the first pack. But not only to print it out and keep it in a flat pack, but to keep it on the outside so that you don't have to fish it out and you can kind of use it without ever taking the thing out. So inside this first, I have the printed 12-inch ruler, a Fresnel lens, which I keep, actually I keep with a plastic coating on it, or I did. This thing is great for just about everything. I mean, it's a great utility type of, and it's a little plastic, flexible. You can use that for just about anything you need. And then next I've got a, let's see, oops, a coffee filter, which can be used with those water purification tabs that I had in the other piece in my fob. Or this is the style that looks like this, and it opens up. That's already all set, and basically you've got a face mask here, as needed, a dust mask. But I love things that have multi-function. And then next we've got a piece of moleskin. Take care of any blisters in case you're having to hoof it. A large piece of tin foil, which tin foil is basically very flexible. You can use it for a lot of different purposes. 2 sheets of write-in rain paper for weatherproof, which works well with Mr. Invincible pen here. And then I've also done a micro pencil inside of a piece of straw here as well. So a secondary writing utensil backup, which I keep in the flat pack. And then next we go to a little medical kit here, and I've got some bandages, knuckle bandage, a couple of regular size bandages, and a fingertip bandage, as well as a couple different butterflies and an alcohol pad. So that should take care of most boo-boos. On this side I've got a Velcro tie wrap, 2 large plastic coated paper clips, and a mini sewing kit. And this thing's got a lot of thread, a scalpel blade, some buttons, a couple other safety pins, etc. I always use sewing kits. And then as another redundant backup, I've got 5 weatherproof matches with a striker in here as well. So this is the stuff that I carry on me every day. It doesn't count any weaponry or anything like that. I would not show that on YouTube. This is pretty much just basically what's in my pants pockets at any given time. Let me know. Is there something better, something worse, whatever we need? How much of this stuff is redundant? So leave a comment in the section below, and I hope to hear from you. Thanks for watching.